the odds are heavily in Chelsea's favour, that's for sure.
Okay. Of course they could win the league, Jake, but they'll probably just play well and finish in the Champions League spot like they always do.
In the words of Ian Wright, I genuinely believe it. Look, the key for them is for their big players to perform.
Absolutely.
Mesut Ozil's form since the turn of the year has been far better than it was at the back end of 2014. You've been unsure about him on a number of occasions when we've spoken. Are you starting to be more convinced?
I am, because I've watched him and he's pure quality, Jake. That's what I see when I see him. And yes, through Alexis Sanchez and the form that Alexis plays and he's energetic, like Duracell Bunny kind of vibe about him, that's kind of taken a little bit of shine off of this fella. This guy has got the same demeanour as a Berbatov. He's got the same kind of demeanour as a Berbatov. We accept what Berbatov does, and I think Arsenal fans have got to start accepting that that's what this guy's about. Yes, the start of the season, this is what he's about. Bad pass, body language, he's all over the place, he's looking down. It's not really happening for him. Arsene Wenger's got the up with him.
World Cup hangover.
I did as well. A little bit, yeah, but then what he can do is the quality. This pass to Theo, watch this pass. That is what he's capable of. He's created, I think it's 22 chances this season, and what he does is, that's another chance that Theo's just had, what he's missed. This one for Alexis Sanchez, he goes in again, quality pass to him, he's missed that one as well. What you've got, this is just a great bit of skill, and then this is the kind of energy you want to see out of him. Look at him, he's going, that's what you want to see out of him all the time, and give him the chance. Look at that. You know, that's what he's about. Giroud goes on to score there, and then if he gets the opportunity to go for on goal, he's going to finish. We're talking about a top-draw person that we just need to realise the kind of player he is and accept him for what he is.
A good player, for sure. I mean, but I don't think he's really set the place alight as we expected he would do after the World Cup, you know, in South Africa. I came back and I thought, what a player we've seen here, you know. He is a top player, but I think the little guy Cazorla's been the one for me. I think he's been a fantastic signing for Arsenal.
Yeah. Okay.
I wonder if he can ever be a top player in a top team.
Do you think so?
Yeah. I always think he'll always play second fiddle to the main man, if that makes sense. I thought he was great in Real Madrid's team.
Competition for places, though, is pretty stiff at Arsenal. Ozil was always going to come back in, but you've got Theo Walcott, who can't get in the team at the moment, and Danny Welbeck, very, very late header, and Liverpool were down to 10 at the time, and they could be in trouble. Here's straight away Cazorla playing it on, and Sanchez. Look at that from Sanchez for a crossfield ball, but Ozil seemed to just lose it in the flight somehow.
It's quite rare, isn't it, for Arsenal to play long searching balls.
Here's Touré. It's another poor ball out of defence there, making a few problems for themselves. Liverpool early on. Ozil behind Giroud. Ramsey.
It's almost been dangerous to be in possession so far in this game, hasn't it? Best chances really have been when the other team have nicked it and broke fast.
And possession having to be quarried almost in that central area. Sterling. That's a clever piece of play by Ozil, who wants a free kick and gets one. Anthony Taylor was only 3 yards away.
Yeah, almost making up for a sloppy ball from before Ozil. But just going back to Alexis Sanchez, even when he's not scoring goals, he still has an impact, doesn't he, an influence on this game, or on any game. It's infectious, his attitude and his willingness to run.
Here's Ozil. Giroud. Just a bit too much of the close quarter stuff, a little too intricate, and Liverpool do get the foot in to break it all up. Ozil again loves to play that quarterback style playmaking, and picked out a very good ball to Ramsey. Now it's Bellerin, it's opening up a bit for the right back, and he scored!
Alberto Moreno needs to be shown his opposite number down the wing, force him away from goal. He almost puts his hand behind the back and just crouches down, makes it.
It would be surprising if that was the end of the scoring today, though, based on all the evidence we've seen. Ozil with a chested pass. Coquelin. That's a foul. Very clumsy, really, by Sack.
Yeah, he thought he just saw enough of the ball, didn't he, to go around Ozil and nick it, but Ozil too fast and far enough out to get it up and over. This is a chance.
It is Ozil, and it is in! Practice makes
goalkeeper and say it is goalkeeper's side. But he meant it. He meant to put it in that side, and I think it was Per Mertesacker who was doing the blocking until the last minute. And as ever with goalkeepers, they shuffle. Look at Mertesacker there, blocking the view of the goalkeeper. And as Mignolet just shuffles over, that's the time that he hit it. Perfectly executed, fantastic goal. And all of a sudden...
It's a double whammy, this, isn't it, for Liverpool? That mess up with Markovic overhitting the ball to Sterling is looking very costly now. Here's Ozil again for Arsenal. Not intercepted very well by Saka, then Toure.
About it now, but at least the ball's away from danger for a minute.
Maybe he didn't hear the goalkeeper's shout. Oh, this time Giroud.
Mistakes earlier on in the game, not quite like him. Well, that was one moment of genius. He's been all over the place today, as you can see. Probably started off from the left-hand side, but he's allowed to roam.
Started all the trouble. Ozil scored a quite sublime free kick.
Yeah, I think once the game kicks off, Ian, nobody remembers the Sterling stuff. It's all for the papers beforehand for us to chat about. As soon as that whistle goes, I can guarantee you all 11 players won't be thinking of the Sterling stuff in the newspapers at the moment.
There's Ozil. Always looks so languid. Ozil. Alan does get back to make the interception, but it was a horrific pass from him in midfield that caused the problem in the first place. It's happened rather too often for Liverpool today. Slid in again by Ozil. Giroud! What a save!
The ball just floating up on the edge of the 6-yard box for him to go and compete with his centre-half. He's had an up-and-down game, hasn't he?
Great reflexes there, no question. Ozil to play this one in, and the header is Sanchez. If there had been a dip in form, I think that's behind him. Ozil. Sturridge. Cazorla. Oh, and then Ozil.
Chelsea in the pack, but there's one team who's going to bridge that gap, and Arsenal is certainly the team that are looking most likely in a minute as we see Ozil in his free kick. Perfectly placed free kick, but